Good morning. So I brought out all my traveler's notebooks and I thought that I would show them to you. It's a beautiful day and I have good lighting, so why not? I do have two dogs in the room with me, so you might hear some pitter patter, some barking and whining, but I mean, what can I do? So in front of you, I have So What Else Is New, Speckled Fawns, Foxy Fix, Chic Sparrow, and then I have One the Cow. And I think I'll go through the ones that I'm currently using first because that would be easiest. So let me get out all the ones that are empty. And I'm just gonna put them to the side so that they don't distract. And so I have a wide, two B6s, a B6 Slim, a personal, and then an A6. Now, I don't use all of these all the time. I don't even look at all of them every day, but these are the ones that are currently filled with inserts. And I have very specific reasons on the size and what I use them for. So I'll go from biggest to smallest. So my wide is a So What Else Is New cover. This is from the Halloween collection. She has multiple fabrics. They tend to be limited editions. So if you like a fabric, you should try and pick one up because it might not be there for very long. And here I have some clips on the side. This is her business card right here. So what else is new? I have a general like congratulations card in here. I like to keep cards in the traveler notebooks so that whenever I need one, I'm not constantly looking for them. And here I have a debt repayment, which looks like so. I have a checkbook register. These two inserts are from Annie Plants Printables. I have just a lined notebook that I use for book notes. And then I have another lined notebook that I use to write my husband. It's kind of like letters to him. And these two lined notebooks are from Amazon. And then in the back here, I just have some scrap paper. And then I have one of those crayon highlighters. I like the crayon highlighters because they don't bleed through. And they tend to work very well. So this is in my wide. And this rarely leaves the house. And it's mostly because I read at home. And if I'm going to write to my husband something, I will write it at home. I spend most of my day at home. So I don't need it to be easy on the go carry size. The next I will show is a B6. This is again from So What Else Is New. I love the cover. It's adorable. And this is my exercise tracker. So on the inside, I have nothing in, I have the business card again. So What Else Is New? Business card. And then in here, I have a printable from Peanuts Planner Co. And on one side, I have workouts that I want to do for different areas. Now, all of these inserts are from Brooks Printables on Etsy. So I have a cardio, I have a full body, core, and then a lower body. And this, I believe, is his fitness bundle. And I like to organize my workouts as in sets. It makes it easy for me to see if I'm improving and things like that. I don't track food and weight because I find I can be quite obsessive, and that it's not a very healthy way for me to try to get healthy. The next size I have is another B6. This again is from So What Else Is New, and this is my everyday journal. Now, the reason why this one, as well as this one, are in fabric covers is because the gym can be really dirty and sweaty and grimy, and I don't want to put a leather cover through that kind of environment, but a fabric cover is very easy to clean off. For my creative journal, I do watercolors, I glue things in, so if I got watercolor on a leather notebook, I feel like I would cry on the inside, but if I get it on this fabric dory, I can just put it in the washing machine and it'll come out just fine. So in here, this is something that I would carry out to like a coffee shop. I have some washi, I have my in case of emergency, and then in the back here, I have stickers, just journaling stickers. I have my social media tracker, which is just a graph notebook. I have my current journal, which is also graph insert. And then I have a current pen pal letter that I just received, some stickers, and I don't want to show my address, so flip that over. I have a projects notebook, which is also graph. And then again, like I said before, I have watercolor paper. And then in the back here, I keep my current on-the-go, like ongoing letters that I write to my pen pals. In the pen lip here, I have a Friction Blue. And I use the Friction Blue specifically for my social media tracker because if I'm going to plan out a video or a post on Instagram, I will write it in a Friction Blue pen, and then when I actually have done it and uploaded it, I'll transfer it into black pen. So that is my journal. My everyday carry. This is my everyday carry. I'm currently in a B6 Slim, and I love this size. It is a little bit larger than a personal, and shorter than a standard, but the same width as a standard. So if I can show a standard, so this is from Speckled Fonts. So I'll show you a standard from Speckled Fonts. So this is a standard from the same company, and as you can tell, well, this one's not full. As you can tell, if this one was full, the width would be about the same to carry around, but the height is about an inch difference. And so it gives me the feeling as if I have more space than a personal, but shorter than a standard, so it's a little bit more compact than a standard. This is a personal from Speckled Fonts. Again, the width of the personal is a little bit shorter, and it's a little bit shorter on top. For some reason, the B6 Slim is the perfect size for me currently. And this is my everyday carry. I've shown this multiple times. This is the Toasted Flan leather. I have some dollars in the front, and then I have a monthly, my daily insert. I have a wallet insert with my pen, which is a Papermate Inkjoy 0.7 in black. Wallet, my checkbook register, which is from Annie Plants Printables. Now, she doesn't have the B6 Slim size for the checkbook register, so this is personal size, and I just printed it and then cut it to the same dimensions as B6 Slim, which is why it looks smaller, but it's a checkbook register. I'm not gonna worry about it. And then these are my reference notebook. It's kind of like a collections. And here I have Post-its, stickers, notepad, and then in the back here I have a thank you card and then more notepad paper. So this is my everyday carry. This is what I use every day. Even in the house, I use it as my everyday planner. Next would be my personal. This personal is only used at work. And there's a very specific use for this notebook. This is a Foxy Fix single in Kate with gray stitching and golden yellow elastics with 2 secretarial pockets and a card slot. And in here I have a wallet insert. So when I go to work, I take out all my essential cards, IDs, and things from my everyday carry and put them into my personal. I'll put cash, excess little things in here. I have a monthly insert. This is from like CVS. It's one of those monthly inserts that look like so. I have a notes notebook, which is dot grid, and I have my pen in there for some reason. My dot grid notebook is full of notes. And then I have my daily insert, which looks like so, which I write down the hours that I've worked, meetings, what I need to get done by so and so time, those type of things. Now, I could use my B6 Slim. However, when I'm working, I take a lot of notes. And a lot of times things that happen in the monthly will be planned like 2 years in advance. So I need a separate monthly and a separate notebook than what I use in my everyday carry, which is why this has come to be. And then my last notebook is an A6. This is an A6 Foxy Fix Spice Paradise, I believe. I got this off the buy sell trade. This was a mystery sale item, so I'm not quite sure. It has the crisscross pockets with the card slots on both sides. And this is currently empty. And I want to use this as a travel notebook. I am in a military family, so I'm the military spouse, not a military family, I'm a spouse. And we move around a lot. And I want to keep track of places that I want to visit, things I want to do in those different locations, of memories of what was the best place to go eat, or where was the best sights to see in specific bases. So I'm planning on using this one for like 33-hour drive. So I'm currently in Fort Bliss, which is El Paso, Texas. So 3 hours away, and then US, and then world. And that's what I'm hoping I can transform this traveler notebook into. It's a nice compact size, so if we do end up traveling out of state, I can easily slip this into my purse. And yeah. So this is what I'm currently using. And I love my system. But these are not the only covers that I have. So now I'm going to go through all my other covers that aren't being used. And it's a doozy. It is a huge doozy. So let me get these out of the way. And let us go by maker, I think would be the easiest. So I have one Lacow. This is a Lacow B6 Slim. This was custom. And it has glossy old boots outside with the Rhine leather on the inside with yellow stitching, and I chose brown elastics. And you can customize almost anything from his shop. The pocket configuration, pen loop, even the closure elastic, which this is a classic button closure, but this is an add-on, so you would have to add this on to your purchase. And what's interesting about Lacao is that he actually shaves off the depth of the leather for his pockets and pen loop, which makes this notebook very, very light, and the pocket's very flexible. I love this notebook. I've used this notebook multiple times. It is my B6 slim size, so obviously as an everyday carry. The other Foxy Fix, other than the two I'm currently using, is this Foxy Fix Micro Sugar Lilac, and this was from a mystery sale. This is one I actually got at the mystery sale. It has purple stitching, purple elastics, and secretarial, and I've used this as a wallet before. I think the micro size is a beautiful size for a wallet, especially if you carry multiple cards. So I don't have a lot of store cards or credit cards, but I have a lot of IDs. I don't know why, but I do. I have a lot of IDs. So the micro size is great for carrying all of those ID sized cards. The other micro that I have, which is from a different maker, is Speckled Fawns. This is a Speckled Fawn Rustic Kodiak micro, and her micros are slightly different in which it has the front pocket, and then it has two slip pockets with another slip pocket in the back. I added the pen loop. The pen loop, you can add it on. I don't think it's extra charge. Her pen loops are very, very generous though. So if you are going to use her pen loops, a simple ballpoint pen will slip right through. So check how thick your pen is. I would say a fountain pen would fit perfectly. I use a Papermate Inkjoy 0.7, and even that with its fatter barrel is a little too small for this pen loop. So keep that in mind. And she strings her notebooks with 2 holes, and it has 4 elastics. You can go up to 8 elastics, I believe, but I've never done that. I don't stuff my notebooks that much. So this is the Rustic Kodiak. I have another Rustic Kodiak, which is the standard. This is a standard Rustic Kodiak Speckled Fawns. And this one has the upright pocket. These both are natural edged. On the inside, it has a slip pocket in the front, slip in the back with 3 card slots, and then again, I added the pen loop. Now, I wanted to show the difference between these two notebooks because they're both the same leather, but the colors are completely different. The way they age is different. So when you get a Kodiak from Speckled Fawn, specifically the Rustic Kodiak, it is going to change over time. So don't expect it to stay the same like dark color as it ages. So when I first got it, it was maybe like this color, like very dark. And you can see where it's lightened. It's where these are my fingerprints actually. This is where my palm naturally holds my notebook. In this one you can see more clearly the indentation where the elastics are. And you can see, so I put a card in this back pocket, and you can see that outline of this pocket right here. So the Rustic Kodiak ages beautifully, and it smells glorious. But don't expect it to stay the same as when you first got it, especially the Rustic Kodiak. So these are my 2 Rustic Kodiaks. And then I have 1 brown Kodiak. So this is not rustic at all. And this one is very different from the Rustic Kodiak in that this one has retained its color a lot longer than the Rustic has. This is in her planner customization. You can get it off of her website. It has snap closure and then a snap closure in the back. And then in the inside, it has 2 slip pockets, front and back, and then 2 card slots, front and back. And this again is for elastics. The Rustic Kodiak and the Kodiak are both beautiful leathers. They will change over time. But yeah, they're probably my favorite leather from Speckled Fawns to date. And all of my Speckled Fawns are non-reinforced spines. I do not like reinforced spines at all. It drives me bonkers. Which is why I only have 1 Foxy Fix, which has to have the reinforced spine. Or the compact, I mean. This is my A6. This has a reinforced spine. The singles from Foxy Fix do not have reinforced spines. And my last Speckled Fawns is an A5. This is the Horween Tailor. This is from her Ready to Ship line. It comes with the white stitching, and then you choose the elastics. I chose orange. And the inside it has a slip pocket in the back, slip pocket in the front with 3 card slots. And Horween Tailor is a very floppy leather. It's like very floppy. I would say it's about the same floppiness as the Rustic Kodiak, but this one feels different. The Rustic Kodiak feels softer, oilier, and this one feels a lot more like like Pemberley maybe from Chic Sparrow. It has the same kind of smooth pebble texture, I would say. So the last shop I have to go through would be Chic Sparrow, and since I already have this one up, this is a B6 Slim Pemberley Daisy. Pemberley is no longer available. I think she's just selling through what she has in her inventory now, but I don't think she'll get any more. And this is a deluxe. This is the old style pen loop, which means that the pen loop is stitched inside. Very similar to how Speckled Fawns stitches their pen loops. It's stitched on the inside. And it has slip pocket in the front, 2 card slots, a secretarial. This is how the deluxes come for the B6 Slim. And then next one I will show will be my Mr. Darcy. This is the Mr. Darcy Buttered Rum. This is actually not mine. I got this for my husband as a gift about 3 years ago. This is a very, 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 very old notebook. I'm not even the first owner, so I got this off the buy-sell trade. So it's even older than 3 years old. I have a button up here. This is the Army engineer button. Engineers have their own buttons on their own uniforms, and I put one up here because my husband's an engineer. This is a deluxe. Again, old style pen loop, secretarial, slip pocket, credit card pockets. And this is the old size. So the personal now, if you order from Chic Sparrow, will be a little bit taller from what I understand. This is the old size. It is exactly personal size. There's no give height-wise. Next one is a pocket. This is a pocket Mockingbird Nightingale, which is a beautiful neutral, almost going to a bluish gray. And this one has beautiful striations. And deluxe again. This is the new style pen loop, which is part of the secretarial pocket and then folds into the stitching of the cover. But when you put a pin in and then you put the elastics in, the pen will naturally fold inward, which I love the new pen loops. I like the old ones, but I prefer the newer ones. Again, slip pocket, credit card pockets, secretarial. And the Mockingbird leather on the inside feels very different. It feels more like a fabric, while the other Chic Sparrows are definitely leather feeling on the inside. This Nightingale is very smooth. It almost feels like really, really smooth rubber, but it's leather. I don't know how the texture came to be. And then I last have 2 standards. Standard was my size last year, so I love the standard size. This is a Mr. Darcy Mr. Wickham, which is an orange. And this one has beautiful rolls and striations. I got this from the buy-sell trade, so it came to me looking as it is. This is deluxe again, 3 card slots, slip pocket, secretarial, new pen loop. And this has to be the most beautiful cover that I have ever seen in the Mr. Wickham color. And then my last one is a Chic Sparrow Creme Chocolate. I believe that every person who has gone through Chic Sparrow must have at least seen or felt a creme leather at one point or another, because the creme leather it's a beautiful leather. It's thick but floppy. It's durable but soft. It's a great leather if you're first starting out because it's very durable. Like I've dropped this in water before. I've run with it in rainstorms, and you can barely see any of those things that I have done to it. I'm so sorry. But yeah, this is an older one, I believe. I got this one also from buy-sell trade. It's deluxe, new style pen loop. Now, the creme leather can come in multiple kinds of textures. So you can get ones that are extremely pebbly, and this one, for example, is very smooth. So when you order from Chic Sparrow, you can put in your preference of what you prefer, and they will try to accommodate. But I got this off the buy-sell trade, so I didn't really get that option. So yeah, that is all of my notebooks. Let me see if I can really put them back out. I know that I have a large collection. I don't need somebody else to tell me that. I already know. And I love my collection. If I ever feel the need to not have this large of a collection, I will sell them. I am not one of those people that just collects for the sake of collecting. I prefer to use all of the notebooks that I have. But if there ever came a time that I do not, I will sell them. I have very little sentimental feelings towards things. But yeah, that is my entire collection. If any of you guys have any questions, feel free to ask down below or ask in the DMs or whatever. And I hope you guys have a nice day. Bye.